while I'm having a little bit of time, I'm going to record very quick about the drip irrigation, the issues I had with the drip irrigation. So we had a someone install in our whole garden drip irrigation, and we thought it's a great idea. First, of course, you're saving water, but then um, it's just better because it goes to the plant, to the root, and so on and so forth. Uh, the biggest issue I found out is that the drip irrigation does not water enough to a lot of the plants. And even though they're saying water the roses less and this and that, I can tell you one thing is like it's so hot in Northern California and the roses need watering every day. If you see them, like especially when it's 100 and something degrees out there outside and the leaves are drooping, I change in a lot of plants instead of the drip. I change them to those that are kind of sprinkle a little bit. I still regulate how much. But if the root is like white, I'm holding my camera right now and I'm going to put it down so I can show you something. Let's just say the plant root is like this big, this wide. So if you have the drip irrigation going only this way with the drop going down, you assume the soil is going to absorb. I mean, I was assuming the same thing, but it wasn't doing anything. And the plants were like drying or not performing. They were not dying. Sometimes they're just not performing as well. So what we did is we changed a lot of the drip with a little bit of more sprinkler so the whole root can be watered. Otherwise, it's just like it didn't make sense. And I was fighting this decision, and we paid so much money for somebody to install the drip. And I'm just so annoyed because I feel like I guess it's work for everybody, but it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for us. So the roses here are performing way better than the roses in my front of the house, because the front of the house have the drip. This one also has a drip, but also every night I was watering them too because I was seeing the effect. So this spring I'm changing all the drips to sprinklers. So I want the whole bowl of the roots to be watered, not just certain part of it. So that's my biggest suggestion for all of you. I'm going to show you now a close look at the drip I had installed, and you got to figure out if this is something you want to do and explore, or just go with the route that I'm going to go this season. So this is the drip I have. So think about it. This is a now bigger like tree, and the drip goes and goes only here. What about the rest of the roots? What about this? What about that? It's just like you're asking yourself the question, so how is that going to make it work? Even for this rose that I'm going to remove soon, it is the same issue. The drip goes only there. So what about this side? And it keeps drying and drying. So I think this is something that we're changing this season, and I'm going to show you what are we going to change it with. We're changing it with this. Let me go closer. We're changing it with this. So you can regulate it, but there's plenty others on the market. I just want to make sure bigger part of the root is watered instead of only certain parts. So we did the same for the Eden rose. Oh my gosh, yeah, okay. So we did the same thing for the Eden rose because it was not performing. So now it's much better. I had big issue with this and I thought it was me, but it wasn't me. And yeah, I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in my next video.